What's good, Black Star Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jared. Y'all, today we're going to be playing a video from Anton. Y'all, y'all thought black fatigue wasn't an issue? Oh, yeah. We got a white woman talking about the whole Carnival cruise thing that's got a lot of black folk pissed off. This white woman got something smart to say, and I think I'm about to love it. Look at this.
Y'all go ahead and get your hate out. Get all your names you're going to call me and get that out of your system. But for your information, I have been on 9 cruises since 1993. The ones through 2005 were not cheap, but they were very nice cruises. The people that worked the ship were nice. The people that were on the cruise were nice. You didn't go to the dining room dressed like you were going to the pool. There was a certain amount of decorum required. When you got up in the morning, you could go through early in the morning, because I was, you could go through the breakfast and get coffee and a donut. They had a continental breakfast that early. And then go to what's called the Serenity deck, and you could sit there and drink your coffee and enjoy the sun coming up. You couldn't do that on this last cruise because they were still drunk from the night before. And the only place they could find to hide with their goofiness is on the Serenity deck. The people on either side of us in the cabin were ridiculous. Their trash stumbled out into the hallway. And I'm not talking people, I'm talking literal trash. They would go up to the bars, the buffets, and get plates and plates of stuff, and then just pile it on the floor outside their door.
Yeah, if you don't know what she's trying to say, what she's basically trying to say is that there has been a new element based off of the popularity of cruises, and obviously social media, I believe, played a large role in people now doing stuff on cruises because you know how it is. People are a Me Too culture, and so they can't think for themselves. And a lot of times, all of the things that they embrace or the things that they think is dope is all based off of what somebody else says. So, because cruises have now become the thing, and it's been a lot of stuff. Tulum, it's a space spot over in Ohio that everybody used to go to. Now it's Black Yacht. Obviously, that's been around for a little time. But she's basically saying that black people, and not even all black people, but black culture and the worst of us, have now infiltrated into a place that used to be an okay and affordable place to go. And they've completely ruined it by bringing their nonsense with them. And I don't understand it because it's almost like people feel like just because they spend their money that they can do whatever it is that they do or do whatever it is that they want to do. Oh, it's my money. Oh, I pay for it and all of this stuff. And that's not how it works. How it usually works, and this is how it works when you start to spend money, is the more money that you spend, the more decorum you're supposed to have. Let me say it again for the people in the back, because I know that there's some people that disagree with me and you think that the customer is always right, and it's not. It's almost like a restaurant. Like, think about it from a restaurant perspective. If you are just buying fast food or whatever, you can have it your way. Literally, that is the slogan, I believe, of Burger King. I think it's like have it your way. You can do whatever it is that you want. You can go through the drive through, you can do all of that. When you start to get to the 5-star experiences, not just a steakhouse, all right? 5-star experiences, you get it the way that the chef prepares it for you because the chef now can kind of give you some insight on how you're supposed to eat it, how you're supposed to enjoy it, right? They're creating the experience for you. And as weird as it may seem, the more money you spend, the higher the expectation of you to act a certain way because people are not necessarily just paying for the experience, they're paying for an opportunity to put themselves in rare air. They're spending money to keep a certain element out, and so everybody is supposed to. It's not just about profitability; it's about exclusivity. That's what people are paying for. They're paying for exclusivity. They're not paying for just profitability. Of course, they want to be profitable and come along with it. But if you go into certain neighborhoods or you go into certain country clubs or you go into certain buildings, right? The reason that the prices are so high is because they want to keep a certain element out. And so I believe what has happened is accessibility, which is one of the reasons that I don't believe in diversity, equity, and inclusion. I think that it's about class. Accessibility breeds contempt, and then contempt then turns into people blaming the line for racism. Now they're blaming Carnival for being racist.
You know, I'm gonna say something here, and this is gonna be kind of unique. Carnival is known as the budget cruise line. It's affordable. Couple checks here and there, you can afford to get a Carnival cruise. There's a reason why Norwegian and the other cruise lines are priced a little bit higher because they want a certain, like Anton said, a certain element on their cruises, on the cruise ships. Now, I want you to take that and look at it this way too. There's a reason why country clubs charge 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 grand for a membership at their clubs, and you have to get voted in. There's a reason why, because of the prestige, because of the exclusivity of the actual membership. Now, if you started charging $1,000, $2,000 for a membership, you're going to invite in a particular type of element into your establishment, and it's going to cause issues like what Carnival is experiencing now. Carnival priced their Carnival priced their cruise line tickets at an affordable price, but what happened is prices started to prices and wages started to equal out to the point where people that previously couldn't get on cruise ships because they weren't able to afford it, they started to be able to afford it. And now that very same element, aka hood niggas, is now able to afford a cruise ship and go out of the country or get on a cruise ship and be able to experience cruise ship life. Now they're experiencing it. Now it's like, what the fuck? How did this element have the ability to be able to get on our cruise ship and do this? All I'm gonna say is this: if I'm the owner of a cruise ship or the owner of a cruise ship company, I'm going to charge out of ass, like Anton said. I'm going to be like an exclusive cruise ship. You may not have a large amount of clientele, but that clientele is not going to be a ratchet type of clientele. It minimizes that particular element. But the sad part about this is this: there's a lot of hood black people that were able to get on that cruise ship, and the type of music that they were playing. I would have never allowed that in. You have to. I don't want to say it like this, but you have to limit who has access to you. I'm sorry to say it like that, but it's the truth. You have to limit yourself. There's only one way to do that. And the fact of the matter is that you have people like that were able to do this, and it doesn't look good. So they lost money. And like the woman said, they lost their core audience a long time ago. And sorry to say it, but it's true. Anyways, I'll catch you on the flip side. Thank you guys for listening. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.